Welcome to The Crossing, Voices from the Lighthouse. I'm Jill Singleton, director of the Lighthouse, and today we have a deeply moving and powerful conversation to share with you. Our guest is Jose, a longtime friend of the Lighthouse and someone whose journey reflects both the hardships and the resilience of so many seeking safety and stability in the United States. Jose arrived in this country, fleeing danger in his own home country, only to face a long and painful process of detention, uncertainty, and struggle. But through it all, Jose never gave up. His determination to build a new life, despite the barriers placed before him, is a testament to his incredible strength. This is a conversation about courage, survival, and the power of community. It's about the realities of immigration that often go unseen. And it's about the hope that, despite everything, continues to shine through. Good morning, Jose. How are you today? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Good morning, Jill. Good morning, friend. How are you been?
Very well, thank you. I missed you, and I thank you for making this time to talk with us today.
Thank you. I miss you too.
The first question I have is, when did you come to the United States? What year?
I came to the United States in 2015. October, I believe October
Mhm.
2015.
And how old were you at that time, Jose?
I was like 19 years old.
19, so very, very young, right?
Yeah.
I know that you were in detention, and we're going to talk about that. But what happened when you arrived in the United States?
All right. So when I crossed the border, immigration catch me.
Okay.
Okay. So they put me in detention in Texas
Mm-hmm.
for about 11 days, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. And then somebody told me they're gonna deport me back to my country. Somebody told me, okay, if you don't wanna go back, you have to apply for asylum.
Mm-hmm.
I told my officer I don't wanna go back. I have problem in my country. And then I signed the paper for asylum. That's how I got to they sent me to New Jersey.
Okay. Do you know why they sent you to New Jersey? Why New Jersey?
I'm not sure about that, but my plan was to go to Miami.
And did you know people in Miami? Is that why you wanted to go to Miami?
Yeah, so I have a family in Miami, but I don't have a communication with them because I was in detention. I don't have money. I don't have support from nobody.
Tell me, when you arrived at New Jersey in a new detention center, so you were 11 days in Texas. Tell me how it felt to arrive there in New Jersey.
Okay, so when gonna move the people, they do in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Mm.
They not tell me, oh, you're gonna go to another state. No, they not tell me where I gotta go. I was afraid because I think they're gonna deport me back.
You didn't know.
I didn't know, yeah. So they put us in the bus for about 3 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
I was very afraid because they not tell me where I take me.
You must have been terrified.
Yeah,
How did they move you? Did they put people in handcuffs or
yeah, in
so
the
you were
hands.
handcuffed?
Yeah, in the
In the hands and in the feet, you were
yeah,
handcuffed.
yeah,
And then you went on the plane and you still didn't know where you were going.
yeah, yeah.
And then what happened?
And then we arrived to Newark, New Jersey, and then they put me in detention. At that time, I was in Delaney Hall,
Mhm.
but before Delaney Hall, we went to the jail close to the Delaney Hall.
When did somebody explain to you, "Listen, you are going to another detention center"?
They explained me when I was in Delaney.
Mhm.
When I have 6 months Delaney, I meet more people. I feel more comfortable because there is more people who speak Spanish. I see like every day they move people. That's how I understand. One day they're gonna move me to another detention.
At no point did an official person sit down with you and say, Jose, let me explain to you what's going to happen to you.
No, they not do that.
So you just kind of watched and saw, okay, some people are coming, some people are going. I guess that's going to happen to me too for 6 months.
Yeah, for 6 months. So in all that time, I don't have lawyer, so that's why nobody explained me what's going on. Nobody helped me because I don't have nobody in New Jersey.
So that was 6 months in Delaney Hall. And then what happened after that?
After that 6 months, they moved me to Elizabeth Detention Center. That one was terrible. It was one big room for 40, 45 people together.
Okay.
No privacy for use the bathroom, for go to the use the toilet.
No privacy. You're just when you have to use the toilet, you are doing that in front of.
In front of other people. Yeah. Yep.
Now, Jose, I know you very well, and I think it's fair to say you are a shy person.
Yeah.
You are a gentle person.
Yeah, because I was afraid.
Tell me about that. How did you survive that?
Okay, so all the time I was in my bed, laying in my bed because I don't wanna expect nobody because my situation, everybody released. So that was terrible for me. I was only in my bed. I don't wanna talk with nobody because the situation is so sad.
Yeah. So you saw people that you knew
Mm-hmm.
met in detention and were getting released. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, you are being left behind
Yeah.
because you did not have a lawyer, you did
I
not
don't
have
have a
anybody to
lawyer.
help you.
I don't have nobody to visit me. I was in depression. I don't have a communication with my family because I don't have at that time. I don't have money. I was working in the kitchen for $1 to get $7 a week to call my mom.
So stop right there for a minute. So you worked every day in the kitchen
Yeah,
and you got paid $1.
$1 for day.
And with that money, you got $7 in a week.
Yeah,
That was enough for you to make a phone call to your mom?
it was not enough. I had to wait 2 weeks to get a $14.
Okay.
So sometimes I call my mom for 1 minute to just to say, "Hey, how are you? How are you being? I am okay. Don't worry about me," because I don't wanna worry her.
So every 2 weeks, you could make enough money to make a 1-minute phone call to
Yeah.
your mom.
So the food is terrible. The food it was so bad. That's why I work every day to accumulate like $14, $21 to get commissary.
What could you buy and how much did it cost?
Exactly can't remember, but where I buy soup, maruchan, soda. In the detention, they not give us soda. Sometimes you buy beans. Sometimes you buy medication like for headache, something like that.
I remember when I was visiting guests in detention, they told me it was very cold and
Very
they
cold.
didn't have enough clothing. And this one man told me to buy one long sleeve t-shirt, it cost $35.
Yeah, because here in New Jersey it's too cold.
Mm-hmm.
We have only one blanket. It's not enough for heating us.
Did you go outside when it was nice out?
Uh, Sometimes to play volleyball because sometimes I feel depressed. I don't want to be in my bed because I can't anymore to help.
Now, let's talk about how you were able to finally get released. In total, how many months were you from the day you went into detention in Texas until the day you got out of detention in New Jersey? How long were you in detention total?
All right, in total it was 18 months.
18 months.
18 months, yes. I was crazy at that time because I don't want to go back for my situation. Every day I was crying because I want think for my mom, for my family. I went to get medication for my depression, and they say, "Oh no, you don't have depression. Where you want is get out."
And then I believe, if I remember correctly, you got help to get out from Catholic Charities.
My lawyer, when I was in Elizabeth, I got a pro bono lawyer. He helped me for a little bit.
Okay. And was it the pro bono lawyer who helped you get in touch with Catholic Charities?
Yeah. So for my pro bono lawyer, I met the LGBTQ organization to help me, and they visit me at that time. They helped me to get the money to get out.
It was a $20,000 bond.
Yeah. I was like, "What? Why you give me a 20,000 when you give to the rest of the people 5,000 to get out? Why you give me the high bond for me?"
And my understanding was, and I remember very clearly, you had to wear this monitoring bracelet on your ankle.
Exactly.
And not only did you have to wear that bracelet,
Mm-hmm.
but you had to rent the monitor. How much did you have to pay for that monitor on your ankle?
Monthly, I will have to pay $420.
And if you didn't pay the rent on the monitor, the $420, what would happen to you?
Okay, if I don't pay that, they gonna come because they have my address and they gonna take me back to detention. The good thing was when I released, I don't have where to go. I remember I had one friend, he got released before me and he gave me his phone number and he told me, when you got released, please call me. I'm gonna pick you up. And that time I remember he take me to his house. And the next day he take me to the lighthouse.
You were one of our very first guests at the lighthouse, right?
Thank you so
First
much.
5
Yeah, I'm
guests.
so glad. I'm so happy.
And I will never forget the day that we
I'm never
met.
gonna forget.
I'm
Yeah.
never gonna
I'm
forget
very
it.
grateful with that.
Yeah, me too. And when you came in, you were so shy. Tell me, how did you feel when you walked into the lighthouse? Because now it's another new place. You
Yeah.
don't know what to expect. How did you feel at that moment?
So at that moment was excited. I was, oh my God, finally I am free. I can't believe at that time because 18 months in detentions. I can't explain I'm grateful, very grateful with you guys. And
Mhm.
thanks God for that moment to
Yeah.
meet you guys.
Thank God for the moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have worked so hard, Jose, and you spent, I think, almost 18 months at the lighthouse with us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And today you are supporting guests at the lighthouse.
I remember I'm not gonna forget that time. I know how people feel. I know you feel happy when you find a place because I know a lot of people doesn't have the opportunity. Um, I'm so happy to help guests to visit guests in the new lighthouse because I remember that time. I'm never gonna forget.
And you have brought them clothing
Yes,
and food.
and food.
And you even took a family to the beach on a trip,
Yeah, I help
didn't
the
you?
family because somebody in my time, somebody helped me. I wanna give back to another people that time to be happy to that time.
That is just a beautiful thing.
And thank all the people support the lighthouse is very important because I know how I felt that time when I don't have clothes, when I don't have phone, when I don't have nothing. The lighthouse support me. I'm very grateful for that time. And I hope another people support the lighthouse for another person to came to the lighthouse like me when they don't have nothing to eat, nothing to the clothes, whatever, etc.
It's very important. Yes, thank you so much. And tell us, Jose, how are you doing today? Tell us, what is your immigration status today? It's 8 years later. Your case is still not closed.
Yeah, so today my case is approved, but I still not finished with my case. I had to fill it up an application for waiver to get my green card. and go back to my country and then to get my green card in the USA.
How do you feel about that?
Um, I don't want to go back to my country. So you know my situation, what happened in my country, and I don't want to go back. I feel so sad. And I'm not gonna go. I don't want to go back, but I don't have choice.
So this is a requirement to finalize everything with your case. You must go back to Honduras. You must be interviewed there. Then, if approved there, then you will come back.
Yeah, exactly.
So if everything goes well, you will have worked on this for 11 years.
11 years. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. And is this something that you think about every day, or are you able to kind of live your life and go to work and maybe not think about it all the time?
So with this president we have right now, so anything can happen. I see in the news the other day he detained people with green card. That's crazy. I don't wanna, you know. So sometimes I don't wanna think about that because I know I don't have no my green card. I got work permit. It's terrible the situation.
What has been the most helpful thing to you? What helped you to get to where you are today? What gave you the strength? What gave you the ability to keep struggling for your asylum and to not give up? What helps you?
Okay, it's sad my situation because when I was in detention, I was thinking about my mom. So because my mom, I don't wanna go back because you know the situation, my country. So I was thinking I can go back because I wanna give a better life to my mom. Um, at this time, you know what happened with my mom. So
Yes, and our listeners don't know what happened to your mom, but your mom was killed as a
yeah.
with violence in Honduras. And I know it was very difficult for you to not be able to go to her wake,
Hmm.
to her funeral. I remember you were watching it on WhatsApp.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's I can't explain how bad I felt at that time. Um, so one day I'm gonna be with her.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And I think that you are surrounded by people who love you,
yeah,
right? Our listeners don't know either that you are now married and have a family, right?
yeah, yeah,
And I'm sure that's a big help, but it doesn't.
yeah. That's a big help because when I got out, I don't have no. I don't. I meet you. I meet a lot of other friends, but I don't have my like somebody close to me. I got married. I met my husband.
Well, I cannot thank you enough, Jose, for coming on today. Although you are a shy person and a more timid person, I want you to know you are one of the bravest people that I know. And you always demonstrate great courage, even coming on today and sharing some of your story with us. And I know this is just one part of your story, which is a very difficult story. And I just pray for your continued healing.
Thank you.
And I pray that everything goes well with your case.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know we'll be in touch because we are connected forever through our hearts and our experiences.
Thank you for help me, for helping other people, and for never give up with helping people.
Thanks for listening to The Crossing Voices from the Lighthouse. We'll be back with another episode soon. In the meantime, if this podcast resonates with you, please share it with friends, family, or anyone who might be inspired by the work of the Lighthouse. Your ratings and reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen help more people discover these important stories. To learn more about the Lighthouse, please visit lighthousenj.org. Thank you so much for your support.